Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is my first video and I'm doing a date night look, so let's get started. The first thing I'm doing is using my Infallible Mattifying Primer by Loreal. This will help control my really oily T-zone and will help the foundation from moving around. I'm going to use my MAC Pro Longwear Foundation in the color NW22. I'm just going to apply that with my fingers and then blend that in with the Beauty Blender. Next, I'm using my Maybelline the Eraser Eye Concealer in Light, and I'm just going to twist that out. And I'm applying that in a triangular shape underneath my eye, kind of focusing a little bit more on the edge of the nose so that my manchnoz can look a little bit smaller once I'm done with this part. And I'm just applying that under my eye, the center of my nose, my forehead, and also my cupid's bow and around my mouth. And I'm just going to blend that out with a beauty blender. Next, I'm just going to take my MAC Prep+Prim Translucent powder, and you can use any translucent powder that you have. And I'm just using a beauty blender to apply that under my eyes to set my concealer. I'm also going to apply this around my mouth and my nose area because that's the area that kind of creases a lot. So basically you want to use your translucent powder to set your concealer anywhere where you might have creasing. For contour, I'm using my LA Girl Pro Concealer in Beautiful Bronze, and I'm just using the top of my ear to the edge of my mouth as a guide to where I'm going to apply my contour, and I'm going to be doing the same thing on the other side. After that, I'm just going to look straight on to make sure that they're even on both sides. Next, I'm going to apply it on my chin, around my jaw, along my hairline, and also on the temples right there. That's going to give a more of a snatched, pulled back kind of look. And then I'm going to blend it all out with a beauty blender. Here I'm just brushing off all of the setting powder. Now I'm going to set everything with my MAC Studio Fix powder in NW20, and you can use any pressed powder for this step. Now to bronze my face, I'm going to be using my Too Faced Dark Chocolate Soleil, which is a really nice matte warm tone bronzer that I like to use, and I'm just going to put this everywhere where I put my contour, so around my temple, cheekbone, chin, and just going to blend that out really lightly with a nice fluffy brush. To contour my nose, I'm using these two shades from the 06F Morphe palette, and I'm using a fluffy angled brush, and I'm starting from the bottom of my nose and making it really nice and blended because my nose is quite long and I want it to look a bit shorter. And I'm just making a line really close to the center, halfway up my nose, because the top of my nose is actually a little bit narrow compared to the bottom, so just to even it out I only make a line halfway. Then I'm going to use a fluffy brush again, clean it off, and use the lighter colors from the palette to clean the edges of the contour. Then I'm just going to clean off that brush again and just blend it all out so it looks nice and natural. To prime my lids, I'm using my Soft Ochre Paint Pot by MAC. If you don't have a paint pot or a primer, you can use your concealer and set that with a powder foundation for the same effect. So I'm just going to blend that out. with my finger and then use a beauty blender. Next, I'm just going to use my powder foundation and set that. I'm using this burnt orange shade from Morphe from my 35W palette, and I'm using my Morphe brush in B13 to blend it all out in my crease. Now I'm going to use these two taupe colors from the same palette, and I'm using an angled fluffy brush to kind of focus this color below the transition shade that we applied previously and kind of focusing it in the outer corner. Then I'm going to use the same brush I used for my transition shade and use it to blend the two colors out. I'm going to use this really pale pink kind of shimmer color from the same palette and use it to highlight my brow bone and my inner corner. Now I'm using a MAC 210 eyeliner brush, which is a really fine brush, and I'm using my Inglot gel eyeliner in black to create a wing. And I'm just working the product really well into my eyelashes, and then I'm kind of pulling it towards the side to create a wing. This eyeliner has the tendency to be a little bit smudgy, so I'm using an angled brush and a matte black powder and just patting that into the eyeliner. Using the same brush without adding any other product, I'm just working that in my lower lash line. I'm using my sleek mascara. I don't actually remember the name of it and it doesn't have anything written on it. I'll find it online and put the link in the description box below. I'm going to use a warm gold tone eyeshadow to just highlight the inner corner a little bit more. And I'm going to line my waterline with my Rimmel Scandaleyes in the color Nude. For brows, I'm using my sleek brow kit in dark. I've used a spoolie to brush all the hair up, and I'm using a flat square brush and the powder from the kit to make a line all the way across the bottom, and I'm going to use a spoolie to blend all of that out. And I'm going to do the same thing at the top, so I'm going to brush all the hair down and focus most of the color towards the end of the brow because I want the center of the brow to look a little bit lighter. Now I've brushed all the hair back into place and I'm filling out any sparse areas, and I'm going ahead with the spoolie and the brush and just kind of creating the perfect brow shape. Then taking the number 7 Lash and Brow Perfecting Clear Gel, I'm just going to set my eyebrows in place. For blush, I'm using Milani in Luminoso, which is a really beautiful pink color with a bit of shimmer. And I'm applying that to the apples of my cheek and blending that. I'm going to use Mineralized SkinFinish by MAC in Soft and Gentle, and I'm just applying that to the high points of my cheek and then to the high points of my brow all the way back down and connecting the two just to give a full-on glow look. Then I'm going to apply it to the bridge of the nose and the cupid's bow as well. To line my lips, I'm using Exaggerate by Rimmel in the color Red Diva number 24. Then I'm using my matte LA Girl Flat Finish Pigment Gloss in the color Frisky. Wait, totally forgot to set my whole makeup. I love this product. It's MAC Fix Plus Spray, and it will literally make all the powders on your face and everything just kind of meld together and just give a flawless finish to your skin. But that awkward moment when you put on too much. For lashes, I'm using my Red Cherry Lashes in number 523 and my Duo Lash Glue, and I'm applying a really thin coat of that. And I'm blowing hot air on the lashes and bending them so that they become a bit more bendy and rounded. I'm looking straight on and using a pair of tweezers to put the lashes down behind my lashes to make them sit really nicely. Alright guys, that is the finished look. I hope you guys liked it, and if you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comment section below. And subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time.